Alright, today we're going to do this lab, constant composition using fasteners and rings. Here is the procedure. Make sure that they answer the blue dot questions as we do it. So we're going to start out with number 1. We're going to mask all of the brass fasteners. What this lab is going to do, we're going to use these as a representation of elements. So we have one element called fasteners, FS. So you're going to record that mass. So the mass of all of the fasteners are 7.3. We'll just go ahead and say 7.32. Step 2 in the procedure is we're going to write that on the lab part. Now we're going to make as many of the compound of these rings. So this is one element, fasteners, and this is another element we're going to call rings. So now we're going to make a compound, FSR, using all of the rings that we have available. Okay, so I went ahead and I just finished it so you don't have to spend all that time watching me. So now we took our fasteners, our FS's, and we put it together with our R's, our rings, and we made a new compound, FSR. This is our new compound that we produced, and the mass of our product is 11.89. So make sure that you go to your worksheet. This is how I color-coded it, because you're going to get confused with some of the numbers. So if you want to go ahead and mark up your paper in some way, you can feel free to pause the video and then go back to mark it up. So this right here is the mass of the products. So next step on BD. So we've already masked all the fasteners. We've answered BDQ1. We've masked as much of the compound FSR as possible, and we've recorded the mass. We've answered BDQ. We're at mass any of the excess brass fasteners, but we do not have any of them, so the mass of our excess brass fasteners will be 0. So from here on out, you're going to use the data that we've collected to do the math for the rest of all of these. Answer all of your blue dot questions. Remember, this video was to look at the law of constant proportions, just like we did when we did water. So every time we broke apart water, we decomposed it. It had a ratio of 2 to 1 because there were 2 hydrogen molecules for every, or atoms for every 1 oxygen. So that was a 2 to 1 ratio. So now we want to figure out what is the mass ratio of our rings to our fasteners. All right, have a good day.